In our state, there's no requirements regarding wearing masks, but and we're all in this together, and there's only one battle we're fighting, and that's the battle of the virus. I would really love to see in North Dakota that we could just skip this thing that other parts of the nation are going through, where they're creating a divide, either it's ideological or political or something, around mask versus no mask. This is I would say, senseless dividing line, and I would ask people to try to dial up your empathy and your understanding. If someone is wearing a mask, they're not doing it to represent what political party they're in or what candidates they support. They might be doing it because they've got a 5-year-old child who's been going through cancer treatments. They might have vulnerable adults in their life who are currently have COVID and are fighting. And so again, I would just love to see our state, as part of being North Dakota smart, also be North Dakota kind, North Dakota empathetic, North Dakota understanding to do this thing. Because if somebody wants to wear a mask, there should be no mask shaming. You should look at them and say, that person's wearing a mask because for them, there's additional risk in their life. This is not a disease that spreads risk equally. If you're young and if you're healthy, and you've got no underlying health conditions, you may feel, as a lot of young people do, that you're invulnerable to this. But there are many people, 20% of the population of our state of North Dakota, have a real reason to fear that catching this could lead to serious illness, long-term health effects, or even death. And so again, I ask people to respect that. And if you can't get there on masks, let's just go to another place, which is, when we were kids, nobody wore bike helmets. And we transitioned into a world where when you see somebody wearing a bike helmet, you don't think that they're goofy or nerdy. You just think that the parents and the kids are being smart, because we know we can stop, senseless brain injury from simple accidents. And it used to be 50, 60 years ago, professional hockey players didn't wear helmets. Now they all do. And even in the last 5 years, there's some old bull riders that are still wearing their cowboy hat. But you see any young bull rider on the tour that is coming out of college, they're all wearing flak jackets and they're all wearing helmets, and they do that for a good reason, because they know that there's safety involved in that. They're making a personal choice. It doesn't make them less of a bull rider, and they don't win any less money if they're wearing a helmet than if they're wearing a cowboy hat. But the other thing about this is, people that might wear helmets for hockey or bikes or for bull riding, they don't wear them to bed. I mean, there's a time to wear a helmet, a time to not. There's a time to wear a mask and a time to not. So if somebody wants to get out for the first time and go to a crowded restaurant and they're going to wear a mask when they're coming and going as part of that thing, we should welcome them and support them. And in businesses that want to provide masks for their customers, again, you'll be reaching a segment of the population that may feel comfortable going there. But let's, again, if we in North Dakota can avoid the no mask divide, let's just focus on understanding what each individual might be going through.